Hello, this is Heliaden. I want to show today how to do a Ziggurat, a mythical site on turn 16. So I just finished the fight after 2 attacks and 1 retreat, and this is a reward. So Wizek's shield, which is nice with first aura, and 500 gold, which is very nice because I was needing gold to build some stuff. This is a game where I'm playing with modes. So I'm playing with the Dark Elf mode, which is not yet finished. It's in an alpha release, so the units models are not yet here and the icons neither. But you already have the stats of the units. And so this is a Blade Dancer, which is very powerful in attack, with killing momentum on elite, tireless. Oh, actually I didn't know he has tireless. Martial arts, sprint, and double strike. And right now he's champion 1. He won to champion 1 on this fight, but he has spirit weakness 40%, which you will see was a problem during the fight. Then I'm also playing with the AoW3 very nice modes about hero profession and hero development, which I highly recommend. And so my hero here is a human rogue, and I chose trickster. So with hero development, you've got hero profession, you've got profession based on your race, but I didn't choose any this time. And then you've got development. With hero development, you've got development based on your class, and then you've got 3 developments, and so I choose trickster. So basically it's 1 for support, 1 for ranged, and 1 for melee. And then I've got my Theocrat, which is a monk, and monk 1, and he's a Tigran, and I didn't choose any Tigran stuff yet either, and he has healing. So it was a mythical site it was probable defeat, but then I won it in two times, as I said. I had my rogue, my Theocrat, the Blade Dancer, Dark Elf Sharpshooter, which is an archer, an unicorn, and a hellhound. I chose the units because my rogue has break control, and break control is really indispensable. You really need it if you're going to do a Ziggurat against 5 Naga Matriarchs and 1 Glutton, because the Naga Matriarchs have several mind control abilities. I cannot see them. Yeah. So they have charm and cause fear, and thanks to break control you can break the cause fear and you can break the charm. So you really need to break control unit, and I had only 1, so I choose it. Then they have strokers, and so I choose to bring my unicorn because it has cure disease, and my hero has also cure disease thanks to an item. So I was able to cancel the curse. And also the Glutton has stoned, so you can break with break control, and his gas brace is giving severely poisoned, and so you can remove it with cure disease. So let's have a look at the fight. So what you have to do when you are doing a Ziggurat is take advantage of the big space of the Ziggurat, and the fact that you can split the units because you've got 6 sides, and also the Naga Matriarch, they are going to throw curse and not engage your units. But at the beginning they want to use charm on you, so you have to pay attention not to be on range of their charm. So charm is short range, it's 3 axes, so you just need to stay to check their movement points, and then stay at least 4 hexes behind. And you need to put 1 unit that has good resistance and good spirit resistance, so good resistance and also good spirit resistance, which I don't have, except my hero, but it's too risky to use my hero because my hero is a Tigran. So let's have a small pause here. So my Tigran has 40% spirit protection, but it's too risky to put it in front. So you need to put one unit in front so that they use charm on it, and then they don't have it anymore because it's once per battle. And then you can use break control on that unit to get it back. So after moving my Hellhound on the back so that the units there go attack him and they split, I just use my only range unit. I was lacking range unit on that fight. My only range unit, which is not a hero, because I cannot put my hero in danger, I put it in front and attack so that they engage. But the issue is that it's a dark elf, so he has spirit weakness 40%, so he has a very high likelihood of getting charmed. But I don't have really a choice here. And then the other units, there are 4x's away from the Naga. And so it gets charms, and then it hit my units, but he has only one action point when he gets charmed. And here I also get taunted, which is really bad for me, but then I get lucky, and on the next round one of the matriarch charms it. One fail and one succeeds, so I removed 2 charms from them. It's good. So he got taunted, so he attacks. And then I didn't want to use break control because I would have to move forward and then I can get charmed by the other matriarch, and also because I got curse. So I have 2 resistance and 2 defense less, and so I have a high likelihood of getting charmed. So I used my leader's casting points to use Dispel Magic, because Dispel Magic can also Dispel Charm. And I had 50% chance of dispelling, and it worked. Then I retreat. I used this, I don't really remember why I did this. I used Cure Disease with my Unicorn, and another Cure Disease, or I don't know, Healing. Again, then next turn Cure Disease. I put my Blade Dancer away, and because I'm playing with the Ilmox expansion mode, and so my Trickster has Throw Pixie Dust, which is a bit OP at this point. I'm going to recommend Ilmox to nerf it, and so it gives 1 random debuff, and the random debuff that turn was crippled, and so you cannot see here the movement points of the matriarch, but she can move only 2 x's, and so she cannot, or maybe only 1, so she cannot do big damages, so that's why I move forward. And these guys, I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I think I put myself again on their range with the sharpshooter so that I can break control, but I move the Blade Dancer back so that it doesn't get charmed. So it slipped away to heal. Then they try to charm and they fail. And then I got lucky because, as I said, they charm the Hellhound, so it doesn't get attacked by the Glutton anymore, and then at a later point I can break control on it and get it back. So I managed to split them to 2-4, then I take my chance and attack them and kill them, and they lack movement points to come back, so that's the perfect situation. That's what you need to do when you are in a Ziggurat. You really need to split them and then kill them. So I use Blade Dancer to always to do the last hit, because he has killing momentum. So after he does his last hit, I can use it again to attack again or guard. So really you need to use your last hit with all the units who have killing momentum. Then as he has martial arts, it's good to attack with it. So I use it to attack the Naga Matriarch and drain some of its movement points, and also of course do some nice damage to it. Then I use pixie dust to reduce his HP and not go too far on the front line with my only units which has break control. So always keep your unit with break control in the back in case other units get charmed or mind controlled or anything, and then you can just bring them back. And I almost killed the Naga, but I actually failed, and so I need to kill it next turn. Then the Glutton is quite bad because it has both taunt and the gas breath, which comes back very often. And so you need to make sure you are out of range of it. So then I used my Blade Dancer to kill the Naga Matriarch because it has killing momentum, and then I can move back. And I'm trying to cure disease and heal my units, and then I try to split the enemy units again. So let's move forward. I used Strong Will on because it had been I don't remember exactly what it had been. Yeah, they tried a charm on it and it failed, and so he has shaken, and so I removed it with break control. Because break control you can use it every turn, just like cure disease. So now they are like this, and I want to get the Hellhound close so that I can break control on it and try to kill one of the Matriarch also. But at the same time I want to be out of range of the Glutton. So as you can see, the Matriarch, they very often do that. They go back and then they throw curse on you. So that's why Ziggurat are pretty easy. Okay, so now I've got the Hellhound near me, and I can use Strong Will and get back. Bring back on the back. I'm trying to kill the Glutton with my sharpshooter, but because it got cursed, so it has only one attack. I put Slayer Doubt on the Glutton with 35% chance of success, I think, and it works. But the thing I didn't expect, okay, yeah, something important that turn. So one thing I didn't expect is that he would use taunt on my sharpshooter. So actually I should never have stayed there. I should have moved back to avoid getting taunted and then engaged. So that was one big mistake. I forgot about taunt. So, and the fact that I have 40% spirit weaknesses, so I can really get taunt very easily. And then second mistake is that I forgot the Matriarch has Ghostier. So I thought, let's put my Blade Dancer here so that the Matriarch engage it and then I can kill it. And I thought he already used Charm, so it's okay, but he has Ghostier. And then he used Ghostier and I'm next to an exit, and so I just go the way. At that point I thought about retreating, but I wanted to try to kill some more units before that and maybe have a chance to kill all of them if I can manage to split them well. So the unit got taunted and then he attacks. This one retreats, and with the rest I killed that Matriarch, which is a bit risky. But at that point I still have Slayer's Doubt on the Glutton, so should be good. My Trickster has a Bard skill, so I've got a lot of critical. Yeah, so now the Sharpshooter is dead. Then the rest of the combat is not very interesting. I reduce some of his HP, and I don't manage to split them, so then I retreat. So let's keep that and go to the next fight. So I brought a Warg with me and I re-attacked. I brought a Warg and I re-attack. And then I do the same thing, so I split them. I use healing as much as I can. I split them, and I use the fact that the unicorn has 100% spirit resistance, so cannot be taunted. and cannot be charmed and cannot be threatened with cause fear. So here I use the warg as a bait, and I heal as much as I can. And so the unicorn can just be used as bait too, and not risk the taunt, cause fear, charm combination. So that's quite great, but it is susceptible to cast breath. So that's an issue, especially since it has blight weakness. I think, yeah, 40%. So at this point the enemy units are not attacking me, so I need to take action, otherwise I would lose the fight because of no damage in 5 turns. And so I use my hero, which is a very bad idea, especially the break control one, but I don't really have a choice again because I don't have range units. And I got very lucky, and I got petrified as a random debuff. So it cannot move. So that's pretty lucky. If I had something else, maybe I would have been charmed and then I would have been in deep shit. That didn't happen. Then the split works well. I'm quite lucky again. So I use Pixie again, and I get Void Implosion, which is pretty lame. And then at that point it's good because they are split, and I position myself not to be charmed except by my hero. And even if it charms my rogue, I can kill it next turn and get it back. So that's okay. And the charm fails. So then I just kill it. Then rest of the fight is about splitting them again and finishing them. So that's always the same story in tactical fights. Position, use all your buff, heal, wait for turn 5, engage, split, kill, and split again, and kill again, etc. Take your time. Check the abilities of the enemies. If you are in a Ziggurat with Matriarch, take some Cure Disease, take some Break Control. Break Control is really necessary. Take some healing. Even with tier 2 units, without any tier 3 units, you can make it. And that's why you also need, I think for balance it's necessary to get some Battle Enchantment on Ziggurat, because as you can see you get 500 gold reward and nice items, and you don't take that many risks. I just want to show, I don't have enough time on the video left, but Glutton have low defense, and they have sorry, I lost the video because it reached 10 minutes. So yeah, I was saying Glutton have pretty low resistance, and so you can pretty easily web them or use some kind of defense check immobilization on them, and so just use that, but do that only when you are pretty sure you can kill them on the same turn, because if it fails you can be swallowed raw. That's what I'm doing at the end of the fight, and then it's done when you do this. So I had 65% chance of webbing it, and here I position myself so that I take the hit of the gas breath only with my hero, so it's 5 X's of the gas breath. Then I do the ensnare unit, and I can engage it with other units. And because if you let it do the gas breath first, then you can flank it, and it has less defense, less resistance. When you're in guard, it's +2 defense, +2 resistance. So now it's done, and I didn't kill it immediately to get the experience with my hero, which works, and then I level up. So thanks for watching, and next time I hope to show you another high level sites with vanilla game and without mod.